She was just sort of gobsmacked, really. She was just very taken back because he hadn't told her at any time in their relationship that he'd been under investigation for quite serious offences. I reviewed a case where a sort of concerned friend had contacted North Wales Police requesting information on their friend's new partner. The applicant who's making the request will not be giving any information, and they are told that from the outset that the information, if there is any information to share, you won't be provided, with that information. You'll go to sort of the subject. So when I undertaken the research, this person was known to North Wales Police. I'd arranged to meet her, and we sort of discussed the information that was agreed, sort of the wording given to her. And they could actually sort of see the signs within the relationship, albeit she wasn't a victim at that point of the relationship. She didn't know it was a friend who'd contacted the police, so that information is kept confidential. So this individual was, he was sort of investigated for rape investigations, and it was on 3 separate occasions. She was just sort of gobsmacked, really. She was just very taken back because he hadn't told her at any time in their relationship that he'd been under investigation for quite serious offences. Hadn't got quite to the point of sort of any violence being used, but there was obviously the sort of the warning signs, and that was a common thread through the 3 investigations that they were subjected to, of those sort of telltale signs of control within the relationship. The control element: wasn't allowed her to see friends, was checking on the phone, was making her wear specific kind of makeup, had to have her hair a certain way, specific clothes, she had to be back at a certain time, and then she had to check in then, where are you, sort of sending pictures of where she was. And to her, she just thought it was somebody who loved her, who cared for her, and if she was late, she would then sort of get the 3rd degree in terms of where they've been, who they've been with. At that point, she decided to leave the relationship. And she obviously needed some time to sort of process it, but certainly it was in her head, right, I need to end this relationship. So she was just talking about, how can I end this relationship safely? Because the key part of the Clares law is that the perpetrator is never informed of that information. We would then do a safety plan with her, so it's called an exit strategy from the relationship, done in a safe manner, in her leaving that relationship without causing him any sort of insight of the real truth as to why the relationship was over. I sort of kept in sort of touch with her periodically, but generally it was the domestic abuse safety unit that was sort of taking the lead in there. If they did have any concerns, they would obviously refer back into us at the end of the relationship, and they would sort of signpost and seek support, and they sort of stayed away from the relationship, which is really positive.